Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Lakers Talk. Let's talk Lakers basketball. Let's talk about this big win today. One of the best games I've seen in a long time. Lakers destroy the Charlotte Hornets 128-100. It's the holiday season. I'm in my beautiful Lakers Christmas sweater and my daughter's hat that's been lying around. Just want to have some fun with it. But amazing game. Saw the game earlier today. It's late in the evening. Went out to dinner, and I said, let me get home and really put my thoughts together and talk about some of the stuff that's in this game. Don't mind the hat and the sweater and all that stuff, but let's talk about the details in this game. Lonzo Ball gets the game ball. Lonzo ends up with a triple-double. LeBron sleepwalks through a triple-double in 3 quarters, 24, 12, and 11. Let's not forget how amazing that is. It's like we don't even care about LeBron getting a triple-double in 3 quarters. But he gets a triple-double, and he helps us win this game. But the game ball goes to Lonzo, who set the tone defensively and completely made Kemba Walker a liability on the floor, to the point where when he was on the floor and Lonzo was guarding him, it essentially made Kemba Walker a liability. I'm sure the Charlotte Hornets coach is thinking, we need to take him out and put in Tony Parker. And just run with Malik Monk in there, because he can't get anything off on Lonzo. Ended up with 4 points. We're going to talk about that in a second, but somebody mentioned the last time Kemba Walker shot 2 for 16 was against Cleveland, against Sexton. I didn't see that game. I don't know if Sexton was guarding him one-on-one. Outside of that, that's pretty much the only game that I know that I see in this season that Kemba Walker shot that poorly. He ended up with 7 points that game. He went off for 60 points the game after that, and then another 43 points, and was balling out for the last 2 months pretty much until this game. There's no fluke that Kemba Walker was 2 for 13 with 4 points. Watch the game, watch the tape. Lonzo was clamping on Kemba Walker, made it hard for him to do anything. Was fighting through screens, wasn't biting on any of his moves, destroyed, pretty much eliminate the pick and roll, forced Kemba to tough shots, and really kept him out of a rhythm the entire game. Lonzo ended up with 5 steals. He actually got cheated out of a 6th steal. So mind you, he was very close to a quadruple double, one being in steals. That's how dominant he was this game. This was the best game I've seen Lonzo play, bar none, in obviously this year. And going back, I don't remember the last time I've seen Lonzo play this well. There was a couple of games last year where he dominated. But he played first team defense on Kemba. He shot, he made 2 3-pointers, shot 50% from 3, ended up with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, plus 34, for the game, the most in this game. It was, I tweeted this out, it was the best. It was great for me to see this, because Lonzo needed a game like this. Struggling from the 3 range. I tweeted this out yesterday. He was 0 for 6 in that Houston game. I'm not going to talk about the Houston game with all those fouls from James Harden. I didn't even shoot a video on that game. We just kind of get that one out of our system. Came back in this game. He needed this game. And you're only as good as your last game. And Lonzo, he's good in everything else, but he's obviously struggles to make layups, to finish at the rim when he's laying the ball up, and he struggles from the outside. Everything else he does well. He doesn't back down picking up his man full court. He doesn't back down going up against any other guard in the league. Defensively, he doesn't back down. He seems to have a poise that seems like he's been in the league for 10 years. He plays basketball, overall basketball, at an IQ level that's, I think, up there in the 90th percentile if you're going to weigh basketball IQ. He does all that well. He just trouble shooting the ball, trouble laying up the ball. Today, he made it an effort to go after Kemba Walker, who's one of the best in the MVP race, one of the best point guards in the league today, this year. And he didn't back down from it. He took the challenge, which he does every single game. And that was really impressive. And not only did he take the challenge on himself, he succeeded and dominated and put the clamps, like I said, on Kemba Walker, and put the NBA on notice, and made, like I just said, made Kemba Walker a liability in this game. Now that is impressive. You print this game out, you watch the film, you study it, you rewind it, and you play it over and over again, and watch how Lonzo played defense. Stealing, fighting through screens, staying down, making it hard for them to have success on that pick and roll. Just putting a body, calling out switches. I mean, this was a game of perfection for Lonzo defensively. They pull Kemba Walker to put him on the bench. Luke Walton will pull Lonzo Ball, and you see, Kuzma, Josh Hart had games that were kind of, in my opinion, I tweeted out, second half, they needed to play better, smart basketball. They didn't have their best games IQ-wise. They made a lot of bonehead plays. I thought Kuzma was rushing the ball, shooting the ball wise in first half. Mind you, we succeeded everyone else. I'm going to give a shout out also to JaVale McGee playing with the flu. The guy was dominant. 19 points, plus 18, 6 rebounds in 18 minutes. Dominated every time he was on the floor. It was one of the most fun games I've seen in a while. And like I said, outside, Kuzma didn't have a great game. He didn't play a smart game, in my opinion. He kind of rushed a lot of shots. Josh Hart also made a lot of bonehead plays. I thought we needed those two to play smarter in the second half, but Lonzo really carried us. And Lonzo, JaVale, and LeBron carried us in the third quarter and really blew out that lead to about a 30-point lead. At that point, it became garbage time. You got Lance doing his thing, Speed doing his thing, and throughout the game, also KCP chipped in on a few things, a couple big threes, running the break. One of the things I pointed out where I'm not tripping on the fact that we didn't get anything done with this Trevor Ariza thing is because, like I said, and I've been saying this since the rumors came out, you're really not losing anything by having KCP. You're kind of like, it's equal, it's pretty much a push when it comes to Trevor Ariza and what he's going to give you in KCP. And there's arguments for both sides. One's better, one runs the break better, one does this versus, similar salaries. At the end of the day, they're going to give you the same production. And we got KCP. We have great contracts on all our guys, and we just move on. We play Washington tomorrow. LeBron was able to rest. A lot of our guys are able to rest. Hopefully, JaVale McGee can play that game. The flu symptoms don't carry over and get worse. He gets an IV and all that stuff. And we go out and we have a great game tomorrow against Washington. But this game goes to, as good as LeBron was, and he walked through a triple-double in 3 quarters, let's give the game ball to Lonzo Ball. Like I said, you're only as good as your last game. And Lonzo, this game was amazing. Congrats to Lonzo for this game. For my opinion, putting the NBA on notice how good of a defensive player he is. Let's keep it going. Let's take this game, bottle it up, and try to move on and kind of, you know, play this way each and every game. You're not going to be this consistent, but we need you to chip in like this offensively. Oh, that one step through and the dunk, that kind of like set the tone, and we just need more of that from Lonzo. And I think he wants to, you know, provide more of that in these games. So anyway, big game, fun game, garbage time, guys, cracking jokes, Lance dunking. You can see LeBron and all the cats, just the chemistry is like, it's like this. That's why, I mean, that's why I'm like, we don't have to do any trades right now. Our chemistry is like at an all-time high. Let's keep it going until tomorrow. Let's see what we do. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. As always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MikeSportsLA. Holla at your boy. We'll talk soon. Peace.